Hello, welcome. I'm Kyle Michael, and this is going to be a powerful lecture, an important lecture on a topic that is very always near and dear to my heart. But I wanted to put out there, and I did a recent minute of motivation on it. A minute motivation is a really powerful thing I do on Instagram, and I put it on Facebook as well. And it's 1 minute of me speaking, and it's intended to motivate you for your day. And in that particular one I'm speaking about, I talked about confidence. And confidence is one of those attributes that we strive for. Everyone wants to be more confident, right? I can't imagine anyone that says, I don't want to be more confident, right? In ways, confidence and arrogance needs to be separated because there is a difference. However, there are times where someone who simply is confident is called arrogant, right? By those that aren't very confident. Be on the lookout for those. But either way, I wanted to do a talk on confidence and go into more detail from my minute of motivation. So in that video, I basically pointed out that I cannot make you more confident. No guru, no doctor, no therapist, no one can make you more confident, right? No God, no angel, no demon can make you more confident, okay? Because confidence, this is from my perspective, confidence is an attribute, an emotion, a way of being that you already possess. We all have it within us to possess a sense of confidence, right? And it should be looked in deeper of why one has a lack of something in which they are full of. For instance, when we're children learning how to walk, there's a confidence there. And it's so pure because a child learning how to walk may fall over and over and over again. But they get up, and usually they could bust their face and they don't even cry. It's not until they're older that pain has the same effect on them. Because when they're at a certain age, you think, dang, and they don't even cry because they just kind of brush it off. And there's that level of confidence that's there because they're not worried about the opinion of anyone else. They're not worried of, am I being judged for this? They have a goal in mind, and they're focused on that goal, and they don't stop until they reach it. Now that is an incredible example of what confidence looks like. You see, people think that confidence is always winning. It's not. Now, incredible confidence absolutely will bring one forward to be able in a position to win whatever it is that they're wanting to win. But in and of itself, confidence comes from a lot of loss. If you're afraid of loss, that fear will greatly impact your ability to truly step into your confidence. And you have it there. It's there. It's within you. That's why I said I can't make it. I can't make you more because it's something that you have an abundance of. Right? And when you have an abundance of something, you no longer have to look at it in a way of, I just want to be, because you have it. But perhaps, you simply are in a position where you'd like to find it. But the first step is to know that it is there, right? And that's what I do. I'm a philosopher at heart, and a hypnotherapist, a coach, spiritual advisor, whatever name you want to put it. And I can help guide you to find the confidence that's already within you. I can help you take that confidence and express it in a very meaningful way. If you want to kind of dive deep on that level. But I can't just make it for you. Confidence isn't like a physical thing. Hey, make me confident. Okay, here. That's like saying, hey, make me a millionaire. How do you expect me to do that? Should I just give you $1 million? No. Unless you win the lotto. And that is a way of winning money, but I wouldn't bank on it. And but there's really not a lotto on confidence. It's just a process. Right? And in this video, as I normally do, I speak off the top of my head, and hopefully by the end of it, it all comes together harmoniously. We'll see how it goes from here. I want to keep going. Kind of going on the topic of, when we're a baby and we have not lost that sense of not worrying about what other people think. Because what I mean to say is, we get to a certain age where suddenly it's put into our mind that we must be concerned about what others think of us. And it makes sense, because we live in a society that is social, right? We're social creatures. And I think it's a beautiful thing that we are social creatures. But along with that, if we are going to function as social creatures, then we must function in a society. And for a society to function, then we can't just simply be focused on us. We have to realize that there are others out there, right? And so we have to work together in a positive way. So for that reason, it makes sense that maybe that's where our sense of worrying comes from on a human level, on a biological kind of level, right? But what about when it becomes negative? Because when you're sitting back, if you sit back and feel unconfident about something, maybe you have to give a speech or something, and you're worried about what everyone's going to think. Right? Why would you let that feeling, that fear of not being accepted stop you from embracing the experience? We gain confidence with competence, and I know I've spoken on this before. And competence is your ability to be able to perform the task at a high level. And competence comes when you have performed that task many, many times. You see, the problem with society today, our Western society for sure, is that we want to be great at something automatically, right? If for instance, I'd like to play pool, billiards, and I play for fun. I'm not incredibly competitive. I like to win, you know, but I like to learn too. And it's just a game for me that helps relieve stress, you know. I always feel very at ease when I'm playing. But I remember when I first started playing where I was just happy to be able to make the break. You know, the balls were dispersed and it was a decent break. I was happy to do that. And then I was happy to somewhat make contact with the ball that I was going for, right? What I mean to say is, if I had, you know, being someone who had never played pool, went for it and then said, oh, I suck, right? And stopped because I suddenly wasn't a master at it, well, then I would have never been able to get any kind of pleasure from the game or become anywhere decent. And I'm not a master pool player. So for any sharks out there, don't. We'll play for fun or maybe drinks, but that's about it. But for instance, okay, even, you know, these videos or, you know, my hypnotherapy practice, right? I've been able to touch and reach thousands of people, and I've had many one-on-one clients. And I tell you, my first one-on-one client, I was very nervous. Luckily, I was able to perform well, and they, I don't think, could sense my nervousness. But that's also because I had practice. You know, I had hypnotherapy instructors who had been doing it for years, and I worked with other new hypnotherapists, and so we all worked together to practice. And I practiced on my own, and so there was a lot of practice put in to be able to perform at the level that I can perform now. And that being said, I'm still getting better, right? Every day is growth. Every client I have is a growing process for them. I benefit, and the client benefits as well. You know, that's the beautiful relationship, especially about when you have a practice. That's why it's called a hypnotherapy practice or a spiritual practice. It's a practice, right? A doctor has a practice. A law office has a practice, right? Why do you think they call it a practice? Because it's their profession. It's their, it's what they do. It's their career. It's their life's work, and they are practicing every day. They say, come see my practice. I am at my practice, right? Think about why they do that. And I love the fact that they do that. I love the fact that doctors do that. You know? I'm not going to get on a conversation on healthcare and all that stuff. But I love the fact that those professions, as well as my profession, consider it a practice, and they use that term because I think that's incredibly important. So what about your life practice, right? How about that? How about you know, we use the term practice for those type of careers, but what about your life? You're at practice now. Practicing life. Getting better. Every day. And listen, to gain competence at anything means you have to practice a lot, but it also means you have to fail a lot. But you learn from each and every failure, right? And if you fear being judged, you will never learn. And if you're judging yourself harshly in those moments, you don't learn. As you're going through life and you're thinking about finding your inner confidence, think about in those moments when maybe things don't go the way that you had hoped. Think about in those moments. Be good to yourself. What can be learned from this? Right? How can I learn from this particular situation? Right? And this, literally every situation you can get into you can learn something, right? And we are, if you're watching this video, we are in an incredible position in our lives to be able to implement this type of way of thinking and being. There are many people out there where life is just completely different, right? And they do not have the same luxuries as we have. And may our hearts go out to that. And may we really appreciate what we have. So when you were even starting something, realize that you have a lot to begin with. Don't expect to have it all. Appreciate what you have now. Don't be complacent with it, but appreciate it. And realize it's enough to get started, to get going, to put into practice your life, put into practice whatever it is that you want to be great at, and realize life is a practice, right? Some people have their doctor practice, their medical practice, their law practice, their hypnotherapy practice, their spiritual practice. Know that you have a life practice as well that you do every day. And imagine living life with as much passion and conviction and energy as a doctor or lawyer would do, wanting to perform at a high level. Think about that. Think about that. So, to kind of recap, competence comes when you practice every day. Begin to not let the fear of failure and rejection stop you, but may it move you that much more forward. May it juice you every time you feel that feeling. Because you know that feeling, that butterfly almost feeling right here? When you feel the rejection coming or the failure coming. Well, may that move you forward. No longer holding you back. Realize that you have so much confidence within inside of you. So much confidence within. And realize that it's an amazing thing to be able to allow others to help guide you. But know that the beautiful thing is that they're not giving it to you. It's not something that can be given. You have it. It's you. It's yours. It's like happiness, right? People say, "Oh, you make me happy." Does someone else really make you happy? No. Someone helps guide you to the happiness that you already have within. They allow you to see it. Sometimes, dust can pile up, and there are beautiful people within our lives that help blow off the dust, and then we see it clearly, the happiness, the confidence. But it's always there. Someone can't make you happy, because that same someone can do the opposite, right? There's a thin line between love and hate. You have all these feelings, things that you seek, they're all within inside of you. Just know that. Let's do a little mind thing right now. Do a little session or meditation, right? If you'd like to, you may close your eyes. Right now, in this moment, I want you to get rid of any inkling of doubt that the confidence that you wish to feel can come from outside. Know that everything that you seek is within you. as you inhale now, truly feel the feeling of what it feels like when you have erased all doubts from your mind. And you are so certain, you are certain in this moment that you have an abundance of confidence within you. And no longer will fear affect you in the way it did. Because failure is simply another beautiful opportunity for growth. Rejection is another beautiful opportunity for us to shift a way that we have done a certain thing to a way that we can do it even better, so that the whole experience of life can be even more meaningful, more beautiful, and we can begin to manifest what it is that we desire in a more calculated way, because we have the experience. Confidence and confidence come hand in hand together. But realize that competence comes when you have the confidence to keep going and practice every day what it is that you like. Practice living, because it's a gift. And as you take one final deep breath, feel that sense of gratitude now. And know that after this, you are more in touch with your confidence. Without a shadow of a doubt, okay? All right now. I'm going to end it there. If you have any questions on hypnotherapy and coaching, on things like confidence or happiness, topics that we talked about tonight, feel free to email me, Lux, L-U-X, @luxafarian.com. Lux meaning light. May the light within me help shine the beautiful light that is inside of you, right? But you already have the light. I can't make you more bright. You are so bright. Just about you knowing that, okay? But yeah, I mean, all right. Let's see how doing those sessions I become entranced too, right? I'm still in that mode. You can email me at lux@luxafarian.com. I'm Kyle Michael, pretty easy to find, Kyle Michael Dory. And I have a Facebook group called Leaders of Light. Right? And feel free to friend request me while I still have the ability to, because I know Facebook has a certain limit, and I get a lot of friend requests. And then my Facebook page, Illuminatium. Check out illuminatium.org, right? My website. There's some beautiful new things to come, new products, new programs that I'm putting together, putting a lot of work into to this. So be on the lookout, because there's some really cool stuff that's coming, and it's going to be very impactful. And yeah, so if you have any questions, just feel free to answer. And like and share these videos. I love being able to reach as many people as I possibly can while I'm here. And yeah, so you all have yourself an incredible night and day, or wherever time you're watching this. Be powerful, be confident. Be confident that no one can do this life like you can. And practice it every day. It's worth it. Okay? All right. Till next time. Live life.